up, everybody? Welcome back to DFW Metal Mayhem, the most brutal podcast in the Metroplex. This is being recorded while my PC has taken literally the biggest, most massive shit it has ever taken in its fucking life. So I'm recording this on the 1st of December. I was planning to upload it the 2nd of December. But whenever I get my shit fixed is when it'll pop up, so you may see this like 2 weeks from now, like, what the fuck? So, anyway, besides from that stupid shit, I'm here with the motherfuckers and kill everything.
What's up, man?
Hell yeah.
See ya.
Hell yeah. Guys, introduce yourselves and what you do in the band, please.
Brain guitar.
Wes, I'm the new vocalist. That's
Shane.
guitar.
Shane, I play drums.
Hell yeah. So, I guess just kind of off the deep end, Gonna go into this. Previously Mike was the previous vocalist, and you were doing guitar and backing vocals, and I guess Mike had to step down.
Well, yeah, Mike had some personal issues, and he likes to keep his personal life personal.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't really dive into the reasons.
Yeah, no, of course not.
But it's a bittersweet thing because Mike's obviously one of the big key members that got this thing started, but put some momentum behind it. Obviously, it was Brain and Shane here that started things out from the get-go. That was like the day one type situation.
Yeah.
It was these two guys right here, and I got brought on later on, but I'm very excited to have the vocalist spot and to get back and do, some frontman action.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you what, I guess when it was announced that you were taking over as the lead vocalist, Ryan just fucking sent a shit ton of messages like, fucking Scorched Earth, West vocals.
Yeah.
It was ridiculously sick as fuck. To me, you were definitely, it was definitely a little bit more of an aggressive style that you brought to it that I really, really did appreciate. I mean, I appreciate the shit that you do in Primordius as well. So, it's cool to see that transfer.
Well, Mike was always, one of those vocalists that I would A/B reference some of my vocal tracks to. So
Yeah.
he's definitely was an influence for me as a death metal vocalist. So,
Hell yeah.
and it was an honor to work with him and to write songs with him. Riff-wise, there was a day or two when we would jam and he would come up and I actually got to write some riffs on the new album, and the song Scorched Earth was actually one that we worked out, me and him, and then we took one really badass riff that Brain had and we just tossed it in there. We kind of built that song around a riff that he had written and came up with an arrangement, and then when Brain came back we were like, hey, check this out.
Hell yeah.
So, but anyways, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, and we're definitely gonna keep killing shit.
Hell yeah! I mean, you guys absolutely have had a really good year. The CD release show at Reno's was a fucking monster.
Yeah.
From start to finish, all those bands were absolutely insane. That was the first time I met the Putrid Wound dudes.
Oh, yeah.
And they're some of the nicest fucking dudes.
Yeah.
They're some of the nicest
Really cool
dudes.
Yeah.
I love TJ. TJ, for watching this TJ? Yeah, like, ridiculous. I was actually kind of wanting to go into the history. So why don't you take us back to day one of like how it all started?
Let's see, in the beginning. Me and Shane had talked off and on for years, I guess, since I was started with Machia with Brad Fincher, and then knew Shane from that online, and ended up back in fucking Dallas. Long story short, me and him just got together and we're like, dude, let's fucking jam, dude. Let's fuck shit up. So, ended up in his garage, or not his garage, his shed, in the backyard, and just started fucking hammering it out, man, and just bringing people in, and over the years we've been through several members as different people, but man, it's just been a fucking blast.
Yeah. Now that album, if you haven't already seen my album review for Scorched Earth, definitely check it out. You definitely should have that album by now. It's a fucking monster.
Thank you.
It is an absolute brutal monster. I mean, honestly, just it starts off so brutally with just kill everything. Like that intro is just so spine chilling.
Right.
Did that get from a documentary or a movie?
A documentary, yeah.
That's
Geraldo Rivera. interview.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It was the portion that we didn't, like in Molesting the Decapitated days, we used the clip of that, like the beginning, and that was the portion that we never used. So coming back into the scene, we always, just coming old school tag, we brought that back, and we're like, hey, there's that other portion,
Yeah. We added it.
Yeah.
We brought it, we put it in. Yeah.
So some people online were like, oh, haven't we heard this before, or been there, done that, shit like that? I'm like, yeah, we're just, continuing on the story as we have always,
Yeah. For real, whatever. Let internet people talk.
Oh, yeah. That's good times.
That's what they do. The best. That's all they do.
Yeah, it's all they. Yeah, they're just. It's all they can do right there too.
Yeah.
Fuck it. But I mean, yeah, insane. First of all, as I said, just an insane album from start to finish. It's an absolute head smasher. Secondly, the fucking album artwork. Oh my god, what the fuck? Who plug that guy? Who did that work?
How do you even say his name? Jusky pulled that. Jusky, like a year before even the CD, it had to have been like a year, right? And we had that art forever. Jusky fell in love with it. He was like, oh my god, because we were all thinking Jusky was going to draw up something, do something being Mike Majewski, and he was like, no, this. And originally we were all like, man, we wanted something more this direction and that direction. And of course Mike was, just trust me. And we ended up going with that. How do you even say that dude's name? It's like
Shit, I don't know. I can't pronounce it.
Yeah, he's got one of them weird foreign names.
It's from South America or something.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
The R's are pronounced like H's and the H's are presented. In Brazil.
I'll get you the dude's name and a link to his art.
Okay. Fuck.
For the Down Yonder part.
Hell yeah. That dude, like I remember dealing with a bunch of Brazilians when I was doing MMA and like on the amateur level, and I trained with a lot of like Brazilian Muay Thai strikers, and, some jiu-jitsu tacticians and all that shit to kind of help me out build my ground game since I came from a Taekwondo background.
Yeah.
And dude, I learned really quickly when they were talking to me because English or something wasn't their first language; it was Portuguese all the way.
Right.
But I remember, like, the golden rule is H's are R's and R's are H's.
Higher.
Yeah, it's like, so instead of Royce Gracie, it's Hoyce Gracie.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes a second to kind of sit down and understand them a little bit. But, so, you guys, I want to get your influences. Like musicians or bands that have kind of influenced you to kind of do what you do and kind of bring the sound that you bring to kill everything.
Right. Shane, you go first. You've been quiet over there, boy.
Man.
It gives me time to think. I want to say.
Well, of course, for me, it goes all the way back to being a kid listening to old Metallica and Slayer and Anthrax and I got started off on all that stuff. Had a bunch of thrashers that lived in my block and they were showing me all this cool stuff back then and then, as the years changed and stuff got more brutal, it was Sepultura and Morbid Angel and Cannibal Corpse and Suffocation and Internal Bleeding and Dying Fetus and then of course, Devourment and the TXD and everything else started changing everything, and I was right on board with all that, even when no one understood what was going on. I was already, big on all that stuff. I could go forever, really.
Man, the first time I saw Devourment was at Dead Rising's last show. I was definitely to the ball.
No shit!
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn!
Oh, yeah, that was like what?
That's the first time?
Yeah, I know.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, that was 2:30 in the morning. I'm like, I'm tired. This is so good. I don't want to leave.
Yeah.
So I just stayed there for like 30 minutes. I'm just like, God, I'm like fighting the urge to sleep. And they were so good, but like, I was just like, oh my God, I got no sleep last night. So I'm just like, headbang. It didn't work. I'm like,
right.
Damn it, I can't. but from what I listened to, god damn.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, we got nothing for love for them guys, man. They're still doing it, and it's cool, man. It's fucking better.
All right, Wes, what about you, sir?
Influences?
Yeah.
They're constantly changing and evolving. The shit that was my influences in the 90s probably isn't really an influence now, but it all kind of changes,
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, obviously, my first meeting with metal would be like Metallica. But when in the 7th grade, I found out about Slayer, and it was Divine Intervention album.
Oh yeah. It was
Oh
good.
shit.
When that first song, or actually I think it's Killing Fields was the first song I heard. When I heard like a somewhat fast, for the time, double bass riff. Dude, that shit set me off. You know? And I was like, what is this?
Oh yeah.
And then I started digging deeper, and I found out about Sepultura, and then Cannibal Corpse, and actually found out about 6 Feet Under right around the same time as Cannibal Corpse. And a lot of people talk shit about 6 Feet Under. Or there's a lot of haters for 6 Feet Under, but I really like it. You know, I like the Haunted, that album, and that really kind of molded me to, you know, just want to do that style of vocal, you know, that low guttural, but still have a little bit of clarity to it, because that's kind of always been kind of my deal, is you can still kind of make out the words other than just
Guttural belch.
the whole time, you know?
Yeah.
There's a fine line between vocal and
Burp.
lyric, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, are you making noises? Those noises might sound badass, but what are you vocalizing, or are you lyricizing? Anyways, it just got heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. I would say Disfiguring the Goddess, it's been a go-to for the past few years, about 4 or 5 years for me. I just like always go back and listen to them and get blown away.
Daughters of Depths.
Yeah, and that's more of that, the just noise type, guttural, no enunciation of words for the vocals, but the guitars and stuff, and then their albums, they kind of run the gambit, not just death metal or slam, but other types of. There's a little hardcore influence, and there's other little bit of stuff in there, but that's what I like, is the fact that that band kind of molds it all together and has one unique sound that kind of runs the gambit of subgenres of extreme metal.
Yeah. That's important too, because it's needle pushing.
Yeah.
It creates excitement in the genre, because if everyone did the same cookie cutter shit over and over and over again, it would get tiresome. It wouldn't matter if it was good. It would just be like, man, I mean, this is good. Like, I've already heard this before. And, there are some people out there who always want to hear something new. And then there are some people who's always like, well, if it ain't broke, you don't gotta fix it.
Yeah, that's true. There's people that like a certain thing, and people that are more, that want a little bit more variance. But pigeonholing yourself into something to where we only like this and we diss on everything that isn't this, it is what it is.
Yeah.
You get those people.
You do. I don't get it. I really don't. To me, because like I knew some people growing up when I was going to school. We had like a little metal group of kids. I just we were like the little metal, played the metalhead group. The people listening to the other ones like, the fuck is up with those school shooters? And there was one person in this group, and I remember he only liked black metal. And the thing is he only liked like 4 or 5 bands. And I'm like, you just like. I mean, you hang out with the metalhead kids, but like you only like one genre, and not even that many bands from the genre. So, are you just like a black metal fan, or are you just a fan of X, Y, Z, and exclamation mark? And we call them out on that, and he's just like, fuck it, who cares? I'm like, I'm just saying, man.
No CDs,
Yeah.
only demo tapes and 4-track recorded.
Yeah,
Those types of people need help.
Yeah.
They do. You gotta be like, well, try these bands out, and then they might not admit that they like the shit because they're elitist. They want this persona to put on.
Yeah.
But they probably might like one of those 5 bands you send them.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Shit, dude, I like everything. I'm just I'm a thrash kid at heart, but I love everything.
This new slam band that Brain showed me, turned me on to. It's called Flesh. It's new shit. I don't know if you heard it yet. It's just Flesh. It's the name of the band.
Like California.
They got their whole album on stream on Slam Worldwide, so you can go to their channel. It's pretty recent.
It's like 21 minutes, 4 or 5 songs.
Yeah. Fucking sick, dude.
Done so well, just huge. Huge sound.
Alright, well, let's get to your inspirations then, sir.
Fuck, I grew up in the golden fucking era of fucking death metal. When I was 13, started going to death metal shows. So you name it, I saw it all. So Suffo's first time with Effigy caught that. Deicide's first time through here. Cannibal's first time through. Everybody. So I grew up in that pot of just holy fuck me when everything was just exploding. Pyrexia. I remember when that first came out. Me and Wayne, the late great Wayne Knupp, got that first fucking demo of that the day that it hit and shit like that. So I got to grow up in such a good time. And I guess out of that, over the years, with start with Devourment and all this shit, and all the way up to what we're doing now, I've always just wanted heavier, like everybody else, heavier. So I guess with the slam stuff and shit like that, went that direction real hard, just big, heavy, slammy riffs. Love my fast blast beats and shit like that. But God, so many bands over the years that have just been so fucking great influences, kind of like ones we're talking about now, Flesh and shit like that, new inspiration. Just all kinds of shit constantly. I remember when Dying Fetus just started existing to everybody and shit that's, been around for years.
That's
but,
my favorite band, by the way.
Right. Shit like that. I remember when they were new and no one had heard them yet, and I'm like, holy shit. So God, I've been at the beginning of everything, so
That's
I love
definitely Jacob Marshall's favorite band.
Right.
Yeah, I remember one time we went to IHOP after we played a show together in August. Me, Colby, Jacob, and Naja, and I believe Enco was there too. But who cares about Enco, right? Anyway, no, I remember we were really me and Jacob were really drunk, and so just for the entire 45 minutes, we were just trying different ways to say Dying Fetus.
Right.
Eventually, it just evolved to Derps. Derps. And the waitress, she came in right as I said that, she's like.
Yeah.
It's fucking drunk kid just gnawing on fucking French toast. What the fuck? What did I walk into? I don't get paid enough for this bullshit.
I'll tell you what I love. Speaking of a prime example, take something like Mortician. There's a band that you hear. No one else sounds like them.
No.
They still have that sound. I've always had that sound. They created that sound. And that's what I love about bands like that. And there's a prime example. A Mortician, a band that just in a genre of so many bands since the fucking day they started. Yeah. I remember 97 playing the first show with them, fucking Boozers down in fucking Deep Ellum. And everybody was just like, what the fuck? It was fucking amazing. Yeah. Anything like that that's new, that just, even if it's not, totally new sound, but just something that has, you hear that band, you know it's that band. You don't have to doubt. A lot of bands now, it's like, I don't know who the fuck that sounds like. You know who it is.
That's the only, death metal band I know of that has a crazy social media following.
Yeah.
That fucking meme page on Facebook that's I make dank memes, I'll listen to Mortician. And it's just pictures of all these other bands getting fucked up by whatever Mortician is in the picture. Shit's fucking hilarious, dude. And I remember they made a video, I can't remember what movie it was from, but it was when that dude was slapping all those people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they had that dude have Mortician on his face, slapping the shit out of all these other bands. Shit had me rolling, dude. Memes are dude, it's so weird saying this because it shouldn't be a fact, but it is. Just internet memes are a big promoting tool now.
Oh yeah.
It's so fucking dumb. Flesh Hoarder. TXT.
Oh yeah.
They fucking use.
They're our label mates, man.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
We're playing with them in a couple weeks. Mm-hmm. They're gonna be at the Houston show. Yeah.
Flesh Hoarder.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Bad motherfuckers.
Hell yeah. Isn't I could be wrong. Isn't Architectural Genocide playing that?
Yeah. It's
Those
Jonathan
dudes are
Bayless.
fucking nuts. I went to Hidden Temples from Death in Houston a couple weeks ago. And
Building Temples from Death?
Yeah. I always fuck it up. But dude, they were fucking insane. They were. I mean, all the bands on that were pretty good. Those dudes were definitely among the standouts. Them, Coat Hanger, Abortion.
Right.
Oh, dude.
Run it.
Dude.
Yeah. Phil Good, the bass player.
Oh yeah.
His real name is Phil Good.
Oh my god.
He actually Coat Hanger Abortion. The first time I saw them, it was on a weeknight at the Rail Club in the beginning days of the Rail. And they ended up coming and crashing at my apartment. And Phil left his lanyard with all his tour passes. And there was a shit ton of them on there. And I found it and I hit him up and I mailed it to him. to his house, and ever since then, every time I see him, he hands me like a handful of merch, and CDs and shit.
Dude,
He's like, thank you so much.
Hell yeah, dude.
Ended up being really good friends with them guys. So.
Yeah, they're fucking phenomenal. They're super nice too.
Yeah.
They're really nice dudes.
Tennessee death metal.
Oh yeah. Who else? Fucking Brother Quinn. They were fucking.
How were they?
They were really good. They
Badass.
I think Home Dude. I think his name is Jamie or something.
Yeah.
That dude. Yeah. I think he's like one of the main heads of Unmatched Brutality Records. I could be wrong, but dude, all those Unmatched Brutality bands though, like Limb Splitter. I mean, fucking Revival out of Dallas. I mean, you know, the Final Crypt. I mean, those all those bands fucking killed that show. That was nuts. I mean,
when you've got someone who owns a label that's a badass, everything under that's going to be badass. I mean, it's like,
yeah, they scope it. They scope it for sure.
Kind of Eric Deeds of Flesh thing, unique leader and all that. I mean, you know, everything under that's going to be badass.
That was hard reading.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah, that dude was a mover. That dude pushed an agenda that definitely got people with fire under their ass.
97 again was first show I ever played with Deeds, and he nicest fucking dude, just chill, nice dude. I never seen him fucking say a harsh word against anybody. I mean, he was just a nice fucking dude. He's one of those people. He's just fucking golden. He really was.
And it's those people that unfortunately leave us before the assholes do.
Yep.
And then we're
assholes are left. Yes.
Yeah. And then we're just like, can we just go with the cool dudes now? Fuck, this is really tired. This is why we made alcohol. But another thing I kind of wanted to go into, what I've noticed, because for me personally, the main reason why I enjoy TXDM in general is because pretty much every band that rides that has that logo or is represented by that logo or is a part of that scene, everyone is different from each other in a way. I really dig it. Like, you know, I really can't think of two bands that are under TXDM that sound exactly the same or like very, very similar. Like a Stynex is definitely different from you guys, and you guys are different from Interment, and Interment's different from fucking Gruesome Fate, and I don't know, we just get a bunch of different flavors. I think when it comes down to breakdowns and stomps, I think you guys are the undisputed champions in the scene.
Oh,
like,
man,
I mean, the fucking, dude, the Kill Everything breakdowns, like the first one at the very beginning, God, dude, I hurt so many people to that. No shame.
So the name's fitting. Kill Everything, fuck all y'all.
Yeah, and I've been shoved across the floor to it too. So I mean, you know, but like Scorched Earth's breakdowns, like I don't know, dude. Like as I said, listen to the fucking album review. And
you create the music you love. I mean, when you love it, you create it.
Yeah.
You can sit there and talk about it, but when you're actually out there doing it, creating it, put your blood, sweat, time, fucking money, family, and everybody in tears over it, you love it.
Yeah.
You know, and you can't get that out of your blood.
And it makes you love it even more because, like, dude, I now have contributed to what I grew up listening to and what I like. You know, I put music out in the same field that got me into it.
Right.
And it feels so much better.
I can remember moments looking down on those same riffs you're talking about and seeing you going ape shit in the crowd, and that's why I fucking can't stop.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember fucking slamming down last time we were at fucking Reno's. Yeah. At the fucking CD release, and you was out there. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
That was before I got my Prospect shirt back. I had something to prove.
Yeah.
I had something to prove. So I'm like, okay, they're all here, or the ones that mattered were there.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, Dizzy, I love you, but we're gonna go. I got you. And like, I hit him once, I got him pretty good, and I don't think he saw me, so I kind of just went, not today!
Not today, Satan!
I don't know if you saw that picture of Dizzy barreling into Lloyd at one of my house parties. It's like a really iconic picture of like, I think the Lisa took the picture. And like Dizzy had his head down so you could see like the horn tattoos.
Right.
And Lloyd is just like, that's iconic, bro.
Someone should just get pictures and freeze frames. That would be fucking hilarious. Fucking.
Oh man. Oh, dude, I really, really hope no one would get me because, like, I make a bunch of weird faces when I mosh. I'm like,
yeah.
I do like as if I need to use the bathroom or some shit. and I'm like 50 miles away from the nearest bathroom, so like I gotta hold it.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
so guys, what upcoming shows do you have for the rest of this year, or just any else booked at all?
Chainsaw, hit it.
We have
December 14th.
Austin on the
15th.
14th.
Yeah.
Houston on the 15th.
Yep. Then December 29th, we got the
Pitbulls,
29th
Dallas.
anniversary. Yeah.
December 29th.
Then Odessa.
We're cruising out to my hometown where I'm originally from, out west in Odessa, Texas.
Yeah.
And we're excited. We're going to go out there and throw a big party out there in January.
Fuck yeah.
The 12th?
Yeah, January 12th.
12th. Yeah.
And then, of course, this summer we have...
Las Vegas
Yeah.
Death Fest.
Las Vegas is
shit.
booked.
Yeah.
We will be at Las Vegas. We got a lot of stuff in the works. We just, a lot of stuff we got to seal up.
That's a
and
big
stuff.
deal to get onto, gents. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
it's a blast.
Yeah, I'm super
Blast.
fucking happy with you guys.
Then
It's
Las-
like good representative.
Las Vegas, man. If you've never been to Las Vegas Death Fest, you need to go.
Yeah.
It's cool
a hell of a
because
time.
the people that are there might be 15% of the people that are there to see the show are actually from Vegas. The rest of them are from all over the world.
All over the fucking world.
Fuck yeah.
You meet people that fly, not just bands, but fans that fly in from all over the world.
Yeah.
And that's the magic of it. And then you go walk and you see nothing but metal shirts
Yeah.
on Fremont Street.
Yeah,
For those
something
3
like
nights for those 3 nights, it's kind of like a
Millions.
death metal takeover of Fremont Street.
Mhm.
It's pretty awesome, man. As soon as I got off the plane, the first time I was in Vegas for Las Vegas Death Fest, I'm actually wearing a shirt right now.
14.
2014. I was actually doing vocals for Mashiach. And as soon as I got off the plane, I got onto a shuttle bus to take me to the Plaza Hotel. And there was a dude that was from Indiana that was there to see Las Vegas Death Fest that was on the shuttle bus. And I was like, we're off to a good start. And then so on and so forth. And I always see them at fests. And you'll notice that the people that go to those big death fests, you'll see them at some of the other death fests too. And it's like a big reunion, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fucking rad.
They'll be at Chicago. They'll be at the LA Extermination. They'll be at the New York Death Fest. They'll be,
Building
everybody.
temples too. You probably saw a lot of those people
Building
at Building
temples.
Temples.
A lot of that crew was there. Yeah.
I probably did. I know.
Did you see Dee Dee there? The
Uh,
Australian cat? Or
physical.
Sanja?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, Sonya was there with the
Switzerland,
Vanessa and all
yeah.
them. Yeah, that whole crew. Hell yeah, Mike.
They
Ward came
come
in.
out, man. People from all over,
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. No, there's a couple of foreign chicks that were there, and I remember talking to them because I guess they kind of had a problem with Patty because I think one of them got hit by her arm, and and they were like talking like fucking like yelling at her and shit. I kind of like went like yo guys, hold up. It's cool. Yeah, I'm like no cat fights.
Yeah.
But,
Well, that's the thing about the pit bulls. It's not the dudes you got to worry about. It's the women.
That's right.
Dude,
fuck you.
I swear, like, I mean, I already said before, my balls probably have like a permanent mark of like a smidget of Patty's shoe. It has to at this point.
I got Converse on my left nut. I got Nike on my right.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I had to just do it fucking check.
Yeah.
But no, but shit, dude. I mean, I think people sleep on Kim because there's a couple times
Kim.
when I'm moshing
Kim.
and Kim's doing her thing, and there's a couple times when she'll swing that arm back, and I really just went, fuck. And she's like,
She's one of those cutters. She's got the cutter hands, like she's cutting shit with a knife. Yeah.
yeah, it's absolutely nuts. I never had the opportunity to meet Melinda, unfortunately,
Right.
Before she passed away, but I heard she was an absolute monster.
Yeah.
Like fucking taking dudes down like double
Like a
her
bulldog,
size.
dude. A bulldog.
Oh yeah, just fucking ending people.
Yeah.
Like that dude's gone. Someone dragging by his feet. Oh, speaking of dragging by the feet, I remember like that. I think the first time I ever like met you guys like personally and like had a conversation with you guys is when I dragged that
Yes.
kid twerking off the fucking pit, and I think like it had to be her shirt.
Let me set this up. All right, let me set this up. We're at a death metal show. Pit's going. There's this little, like, 20-year-old something little chick who's way fucking wasted drunk. She's over there fucking, doesn't even belong. She's all twerking and shit, gets down on all fours. She's fucking popping. And out of the pit, out of the crowd, here comes Billy. He grabs her foot slowly and just starts pulling her into the crowd. The whole time she didn't stop. She twerking away. And just seeing her going backwards into the crowd was fucking epic. I mean, still to this day, I'm just like, we laughed till we cried when we saw that.
Dude.
So we had to come up and holler at you. Next time we saw you, we're like, you were the guy who grabbed the twerking bitch. Oh my God, you're epic. Yeah, that's what that was about.
I saved her fucking life.
Oh, yeah.
Mike and Carlos were like hitting that pit hard, and I'm like, this poor girl is gonna be roadkill.
She was so drunk, the dude that was like obviously trying to scab off her, the old dude all night long, yeah, there's no saving her life.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was wasted.
That was either her creepy uncle or that was her sugar.
Oh no, he was all feeling that shit. He was trying to, he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
She was too drunk to defend. She was just like, yeah.
Creepy sugar daddy or some weird shit. Because I remember he was trying to run up on me like while I was doing it, and then he just like suddenly just stopped and just like he was like, and then like I guess I looked up at him. He was like,
yeah,
just like walking normally now. And then I didn't realize if I look behind me and there's Alan and Mike and they're just like.
Never a dull moment in Dallas, I'll tell you.
I'm like, okay. I mean, they definitely didn't need to do anything. I could have taken care of it if it came down to it.
Right.
But, you know, I got
good times. Never a dull moment.
No, dude, there's definitely never not. And that's just kind of like what I love about our scene is like we can create all these great memories. Like, dude, I still have the fucking Kill Everything fucking CD release show in my head, bro.
Yeah.
Those bits were monsters.
We go around the world and to people all the time bragging about the Dallas Fort Worth scene. I mean, I've always been able to do that. I don't care what people say. We got a badass scene. We really do. Mm-hmm. Badass bands. A lot of people don't even know all the badass bands we have in this scene. Dallas has always been that way. Yeah, it's just a melting pot of fucking death metal.
Yeah, dude, like the two bands that opened up the show last night, Tomcat, Spearbreak, and Combat. Not a lot of people know about them in our scene regularly, but dude, right. Combat is a band that can play with two of the best with them. Yeah. I mean, you could build them as a headliner. You build them as the first band or the third band. You're not going to be disappointed.
Yeah, quality shit. Any fucking death metal should. And fucking the pits, the people. I mean, it's just, I love it. Dallas is awesome.
Yeah, you don't find it. You don't find it in many other places.
You really don't.
You know, New York has a damn good scene. You know,
very brutal.
Yeah, definitely. There's some really good spots in Cali. Yeah, that tear up. There's some really good spots in Florida that tear up. Yeah, but just DFW is just something else.
Dallas is known for that, and it backs it. It really does. The bands, the people, they just breed it.
This definitely isn't a shameless plug because by the time this episode goes up, the show is definitely going to be done. But tonight, fucking a Night CD release show. God damn.
Yeah.
In about fucking time.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so happy for Colby. And I'm so happy that we get to open that show up. Because I fucking love Colby. He's like one of my favorite people in the scene. So, you know, it's like our last show, you know, after we got done doing DRI previously this week. So, you know, I just got my shit at Tomcat. It's like, hey, Jess, I'm going to just keep my shit in here. Yeah, dude, it's cool. So, guys, to end this off, what are your plans for 2019? Do you have any objectives you want to get cleared or see what you want to do with anything?
We do have, can't really announce, but we have Canada nailed down. So we're going to spend some time in Canada. We're constantly working on Europe. We've got merch stuff coming up all over the world from Indonesia to Europe. We've got shit going on. It's constant. Just it's got to come out when it's ready, physically ready for stuff.
Hell yeah.
Getting out and just fucking doing as many shows as we can and fucking shit up. And that's really our goal. You know, as much as we can do. You know, so that's the plan on my end, gentlemen.
I want to put out some new music.
Yeah. We're hoping to get something's going to have to roll, you know, as we progress. And each time we do a song, it's like we kind of evolve into something else. And with having Wes and lead vocals now in that spot, it changes the flavor of things.
It does.
And we're going to have a different change of flavor regardless just because we're writing new stuff. Each song has progressed to something different. So, yeah, it's just got to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, guys, you're definitely... as I said, when it comes down to breakdowns in the death metal scene here, y'all guys definitely take gold trophy. I mean, you guys are definitely one of the most brutal bands we have in the scene. Every time I see you guys, it's been an absolute fucking monster. I can't wait for the Pitbull's anniversary show. It's gonna be fucking insane. Fucking Blot Out starting everything off, which is crazy as fuck because those dudes like a high-speed punk.
I want to see that. I've heard a lot about them.
Oh my god, there's one video, I'll show it to you after the episode's done, where the bass on this song is just so fucking dumb. It's gonna take you back to like the fucking Tony Hawk Pro Skater days.
Right.
Dude, it's ridiculous. But guys, thank you so much for doing this. I greatly fucking appreciate it. Next episode, after this one, I'm going to be bringing on a very close and special friend, a brother of the Pit Bulls, and it's just going to be a fun conversation, a good time, shooting some shit, a really chill way to end off 2018 for the podcast episodes. This has been DFW Metal Mayhem, the most brutal podcast in the Metroplex.